In the quarterfinals of the bowl competition, British Army, Aotearoa Maori, Australian Legends and Belgian Barbarians proceed to the bowl semi-finals after winning their respective quarterfinal matches. In the first bowl semi-final game, British Army in the red were up against Aotearoa Maori from New Zealand in the black. Nothing between these two teams at all, as it was pretty even in defence and in possession and territory, right until, of course, Aotearoa Maori kicked ahead. A fumble by the British Army defender allowed Nathan Johnson to go away and get the easiest of tries and the first points on the board. With the conversion successful, they went ahead 7-0. But you can never discount this fantastic British Army team, full of Fijians, full of flair and skill. They kept the pressure right on the New Zealand team. Patience will always get you the points, and good hard work in midfield and simple passing along the back line, the points will eventually come. That's exactly what happened as British Army went over for a try through Pisu Nakamuto. Good lead-up work again by the British Army. Led them in a good scoring position on halfway, with Pisu Nakamuto again breaking through the defence and scoring around behind the posts. Too much power, too much possession, and British Army again on the attack. And as the ball came out the back, it was Joe Carver who pushed himself over to get the final try, and British Army won 17-12. In the second bowl semi-final, it was the Legends from Australia up against Belgian Barbarians. Australia on the attack, good ball retention and skills, but equally so good Belgian defence, right up until they sold for the dummy, and it was that man Francis Cullimore who barged his way over and got the first Australian Legends try. The Australian Legends completely outplayed their opponents from Belgium in a very good display of running rugby. And as they worked their way up the field, despite the efforts of the Belgian Barbarians, it was all about keeping the ball alive. That's exactly what happened when Australia scooped up there through Michael Austin, and he ran all the way to score the winning try. Australian Legends victorious 15-0 over Belgian Barbarians in their debut tournament. The final four teams for the plate semi-finals: Cobra from Malaysia, Northlink from South Africa, Eagles from Malaysia up against Oriental Rongotai. In the first plate semi-final, it was Cobra from Malaysia up against Northlink College from South Africa. But it was Northlink who got the first try on the board through Rhino Barnes. Good defence by Cobra of Malaysia kept the Northlink team pinned down in their own half. The pressure is all about turnovers, and with the turnover ball on the Cobra side, it was Kini Rasolo who ran all the way, but just got by the cover defence, and he passed it off to Mohammed Faiz, who got the try. Northlink were on the counter-attack again, and a kick in midfield resulted in a very costly mistake by Kini Rasala Solo, and Northlink regathered the ball, and with support players coming in onto the ruck, it was just a matter of time before the ball came out, and a simple matter of hands, And there it was again for Friki Kutsa to go over for the second try. Cobra on the attack, got a great try through Nakakula, who put them right back in the match. A successful conversion for Mohammed Faiz, and the score 20 points to 14. In the second plate semi-final between Sandakan Eagles of Malaysia and Oriental Rongotai of New Zealand, it was all one-way traffic as the Malaysian team in the blue and white scored tries aplenty, but the first one through Kaneti Taufilau. On the third day of a tournament, it's all about how much petrol you have in the tank, and the team from Malaysia, the Eagles, had plenty of petrol in theirs, as the Fijians really did entertain the crowd with some beautiful passing and ball skills. Despite the defence of Oriental Rongotai, it was Jombole Tukiri who got the second try. Good pressure again from the Eagles of Malaysia, and it was a simple try again to Tukiri, and that sealed it as the Eagles ran out 31 points to 0. The Cup semi-finals, Tahiku versus the Penguins, Natal Dikers versus Mendoza from Argentina. In the first Cup semi-final, Penguins of UK were up against Tahiku of New Zealand. Tahiku had yet to concede a point in the whole tournament to this point in time, until the Samoan Sevens captain, Uali Mai, got the first try. Tahiku line out on the 22, but it went straight into a Penguin's hands, and along the back line it came, completely on the counter-attack. Tahiku were behind it, especially when the kick went ahead, and it was Mika Senio who followed up beautifully and scored a great try. Uali Mai finished it off with a penalty kick, and the score 15 points to 0 to the Penguins. In the second semi-final, it was Natal Dikers up against Mendoza, but it was Natal who got on the board first through Andrew Binikos. The big Natal forwards worked their way up through the midfield, and it was when Guthrie Hall went over for Natal again that questions were being asked of this Mendoza defence. To their credit, Mendoza kept coming, and they got a try finally through their little zip-zip man, Liza Ragara. But Natal Dikers won 10 points to 5 and went through to the final.
I think it's a very good tournament where they also include the schools, which they will develop the new teams from schools, and it will be a bright future for our Malaysian rugby.
This is the third year that we've been here. It's a great tournament, it's a lot of fun, and we enjoy coming. We like our rugby, we go to the sevens, and this is a nice game, the tens. Well, it's a nice fast tournament. The games are over fairly quickly, they're usually fairly close. There's enough players on the field, 10 players, to have some skill, and it's just a very nice day to watch it, and it's free.
I've always liked rugby, it's the favourite sport to watch, and basically ten-a-side is a good tournament, and the crowd here is very good and very noisy.
It's good to see all the international players coming here to Malaysia, or humble Malaysia, to come and play a game like this. And also it's nice to watch the players.